good to see you here. And this is a really easy eye tutorial, so it's going to be short and sweet. So I already have my face on because it's pretty much the same every single time. Full wear concealer in amber on my eyelids as primer. I've always preferred concealer over primer because I feel with the concealer I have more control over where the product goes, because some primers are clear and I don't really know if it really like touched my eyelid, so I like to see that there's actual substance there, but also because I feel like it brightens up the eye and gives you a really nice thick base to work with. For this look, I use the MORPHEx Jeffrey Star palette, and I have been loving this, especially for travel, because it has nudes, colors, shimmers, even some glitter shades. Let me swatch it for you. Like, girl. Yes! On the center of your eyelids or something, like, maybe I should do it. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna find a matte shade that is a good highlight shade for your skin. Yellow beige shade right here, but you don't have to use this one. As long as it is a good highlight shade for your skin, you can go ahead and pop it right under the eyebrow bone. What you're gonna see me do is use a shimmer on top of this matte highlight shade, and the reason I do that is because not only does the highlight shade have more sparkle in it that will attract more light, but it will also prevent your matte shade from looking ashy. So this is the shimmer shade that I'm going on top of it with, and I use this technique on my face as well. You'll see when I'm powdering under my eye, I also go in with a highlight shade in order to make sure it doesn't look ashy, because sometimes powdery eyeshadows I feel are harder to make. So if you're already using a powdery eyeshadow, you have to make sure that it's not chalky. A crease brush like this is what a crease brush looks like, and I'm going to take a medium brown shade. So I'm gonna mix this one and this one actually, and put it into my crease. And again, I say, like, if you're lighter than me, use shades that are lighter than me, and if you're darker than me, use shades that are darker than me, because if you follow exactly what I do, it may not come out as desired, because if you use colors with high contrast, then it's going to come out more dramatic, and if you say use it colors that are too light for you and you're darker than me, you're gonna come out looking ashy. We want to take a shade that matches our skin tone, let's say this one, and that's called 1985. We're just going to pat that on the inner half of our eye. After this shade is on there, what we want is to create a little bit of an ombre shade from left to right, and so we're gonna take let's say this reddish brown shade here. If that one is too warm for you, you can use a medium brown shade, you can use a medium brown shade or just your usual bronzer. So I'm actually gonna tilt my brush this way, because that's the shape that I'm going for. I think it looks better if you just tilt your brush a little bit. And that one is actually a little bit more red than I thought, but since I already did it to one eye, I'm gonna do it to the other. Just start blending out that line so that it looks seamless and smoky and no one can tell where the color starts or ends. I rarely do neutral eyes, so it's something that I'm really not used to, because either I'm wearing no makeup or I go all like peacock colors, you know? The reason why we added that brown is so that we can marry the color between the inner eye and the outer eye. And so in order to fully blend out this look, I'm taking another shade of darker brown, and I love the dark brown in this palette because it's very pigmented. And it's also perfect for smoky eyes and things like that, and I think it's good for all skin tones. So what we're essentially doing is kind of creating the same shape of an eyeliner, but just smoking it out. I'm taking Vaseline, which is just a deep matte black, on a small crease brush like this, and I'm just dipping the tip of it like that into the palette. and I'm closing my eyes, and I'm going to drag it inward with a diagonal motion to blend out that black. And so I'm just taking my brush, and there's the tip of it, and I'm running it along the edge of the black, and it should eventually blend. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye so I can save time, and I'll be back. I do want to further wing out this black shade, so I'm just taking a little bit more product on my brush and just winging it out a little bit. My blendy brush and just bringing it inward. Now we have to focus the attention to the lower eyelid, and what I'm just going to do is take some black and brown. First I'm going to take the brown on the lower eyelid, and then take a liner brush and line very close to the lash line with a little bit of black. Okay y'all, so because I want a little bit more drama on the eyes and to darken it up a little bit more, I'm going to take a eyeliner on the bottom of the eyelids. Now today I'm just using brown because it's still the daytime and I don't want to make it too dark, but this is the Marc Jacobs Crayon, matte crayon in Earthquake, and I'm just going to take it. I'm going to warm it up a little bit on the back of my hand so it slides on more easily. I'm gently gonna pull the eyelid down and just put it on there. But be gentle not to remove the makeup that you already have on there, because I'm too lazy to use a brush right now. I'm gonna go in with that same highlighting shade, and I'm going to just pop that into my inner corner and blend it in. If you want to use a brush, you can. I just don't. I didn't learn makeup with brushes, so I'm not used to it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my handy dandy eyelash curler just so that when I put my lashes on, I don't have any of my natural lashes curving downward. So today I'm using some costume lashes. This is the Natural Cat Eye 3D lash. I got this a long time ago to create a look for my Game of Thrones palette, but I never ended up using it. So I'm using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. So a lot of people ask me, how do you put on lashes? I don't really know how to explain it. I just grab the center and I put it on the center of my eye, and then I just press it down close to the as close to the lash line as possible. Like that, and then I just drag it. Fuck it. Sorry kids, if you're watching, don't curse. Alrighty, you are finished. It is literally the easiest smoky eye you can do, and you can change it up. You can add glitter, you can add color right here on the lower lash line, you can play with the shades of brown, you can even substitute the brown for color. I love it, especially for a date night, girls night out, birthdays, brunches. If you want to tone it down a little bit, you can use natural lashes, but other than that, I love that you can play this up from daytime to nighttime. Alright, that concludes our video. If you made it this far, I'm so happy. If you want to see more talk throughs, let me know. I love you and have a beautiful day.